There we go. Mic's on. Stream's on. We're late regging this bitch. I don't love late regging, but as I become more comfortable playing at certain stack depths, it's something I've become more accustomed to. So we'll see how it goes. We late reg this bad boy. It took me a little bit to get this up. We're down to 35 bigs. Started with 40. Something about omelets and eggs. Want to make some omelets? You gotta break some eggs. Breaking some eggs. It's going to be a fold. It's going to be a fold. You'll probably hear me say that a lot. It's going to be a fold. Still rolling. Still rolling. And trying to figure out how to mute it a bit. We're going to mute that bit. We muted the bit. Muted the bit. So as someone like me who is more used to starting a tournament from hand one, I think it's more advantageous, at least on my end, to play a tournament from start to finish. I do know this one dude. He's a regular at Maryland Live. Never comes in earlier than 30 big blinds. Maybe if you're watching this, you know who you are. But, ooh, flops a set. We're not dead yet, though. Double gutter. And he Rivers Broadway. Oh, that's ugly. But, you know a guy who never comes in earlier than 30 bigs. And does very well for himself. I think, like, he trusts himself at that stack depth. I'm getting there. I'm getting there where I trust myself at stack depth where I can comfortably play. Sucks. I feel like taking a coin flip here. If it folds around to us. Oh. Nah. Not in love with it. See, results oriented, we would have been behind anyway. And we would have lost to King 9 anyway. Decidedly so. But one day, I'll get there. Hopefully. Damn. I fucked that up. I'm supposed to download it first. I do block aces. pretty bad call, right? Ay, ay, ay. This late reg session is not going the way I envisioned it. No, sir, no, sir. Already down to about 25 bigs, adjusted for inflation. Shit. Not off to a strong start here. Yeah, all things being equal, I think I'd rather not late reg. I think I'd rather register on time. I believe in my skills, but I don't think I'm good enough to have that handicap yet. And hopefully I'll get there one day, but hopefully it won't be sessions like this where I just decide to late reg on a whim. We got king queen early position. I am gonna open. Block 2 flush draws. Have a fairly decent hand. Early position calls are always a little scary, but we'll see. One thing we won't do here is punt. Like if either one of those guys move in, we're not with that plan. We're gonna go 3 ways to a flop. A king high flop. It's pretty good. We are gonna check though. Go ahead and bet. See if Brad checks twice. Can't fool anybody. We'll take it down. My default is to check out of position. My default is to check multi-way when I'm like sandwiched or out of position. Gets to be a little bit tricky. Although you do have to kind of account for those cards you weren't counting on, like rattling off. But Gucci, we'll take the pot. 40 minutes left until late reg. I'm not saying we need a double up buddy, but a double up buddy would be really, really nice. Really, really nice. We're going to defend the 5-8 suited if it folds around to us and doesn't get 3-bet. Odds are just too good. 1 big blind now to win 7.5 bigs. Plus, you know, gotta love those 2 gappers. Hyman's called. I think he's thinking about 3-betting. Nope. We call. I'm gonna flop a flush. Oh, very nice flop though. Is this a flop you want to look to check raise? I think we are going to check raise here. Diamond draw and the gutter. What did we just call? We're going to go for the check raise. The dirty old check raise. If we get shoved on, we're just going to call it off. Pretty good draw. I'm trying to decide whether I want the 7 or the diamonds. Yeah, we're just going to call it off, I think. Draw is good enough. Diamond or 7. Diamond or 7. And that's our tournament. Now, should we late reg? Should we fire another bullet at this thing? 33 bigs? I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. So that first bullet didn't go well. Or should we just play cash and call this a day? I think we're just going to play cash and call this a day. Alright guys.